Hello there, here, and we are back with Samurai Mary, and I forgot what are we supposed to do. Let me click to see stuff. Hello? Oh yes, now I remember. We are here to kick some old people's butt. No. That's not the case. But I love to think that's the case. Cypress Site Retirement Home. Apparently there's something we need to take from the retirement home. The sun seemed to illuminate the front of the building perfectly as we drove up. Okay. Cypress Site. I've heard of this place before. Do you? I've seen job ads for it. Ah, you should probably take it. They were looking for nurses and other stuff. Twyla told the driver to return in about 2 hours or so before stepping out of the car, not sleeping out of the car. That will be weird. I followed her. The air smelled fresh and clean as we headed towards the welcoming front door. It must have been all the flowers planted outside. Sorry, it's just too bright for me that it's hard for me to see the text clearly. Maybe I should adjust my monitor a little bit. Sorry. There, perhaps it's better. Yeah, the contrast, as I say. Some things are closer than they appear. Get your eyes examined. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Those are all cats' pictures. That's nice. I love cats. Yeah, you definitely should post a lot of cat pictures. Definitely. And eyes examined is very omen. Very nice promotion. As we stepped through the entranceway, my senses were bombarded with an extremely sanitized smell. The lights feel bright, and I noticed that no windows had their curtains drawn. It felt extremely clean and open in here, and there was the faint sound of what I can only describe as old people music playing in the other room. I wonder how old people music will be in like 10 years or so. 50 years perhaps. Perhaps people will start to play loud pop music or rock in retirement home. That will be cool. Or metal. Surprisingly, there was no one at the front counter. Surprising indeed. Twyla seems to notice this as well. Oh good. No one to interrogate us about why we are here. This already become 10 times easier. In fact, this is a good place to start. How do you mean? What else would I mean, Mary? I'm going to look through the computer. Sorry, it's just hard to imitate Twyla's voice in my mind. Oh, Twyla, please don't. Mary, that's why we are here. Mary, please. Don't make a bigger deal of this than it is. I'm not stealing anything and it's for a greater good, alright. Stop making me go for this. Alright, but only because it's for a greater good. Okay then. Good. Now when I get started, go out there and distract them. But how? I don't know, it's your job. Ask nurses where things are. Pretend you're entertainment. Alright. Even fake a medical emergency, I don't care. Just make sure no one comes over here. And if you spot anyone coming over here, stop them. Okay, Mary, pretend that you're dead. Or alert me so I can get out. How should I alert you? Good question. I don't know, shout something like, look, a deer, and point at the nurse window. I'll know what it means when I hear it. Alright, that makes sense. Good, now get on out there. We don't want to waste any time. Right. As instructed, I walked further into what appeared to be a common room. There were some elderly people there, as well as around 3 or 4 nurses to watch them. I collected a few odd glances as I entered, but it was important that I not look suspicious. Though, when it comes to me, you are very suspicious. I just try to smile and look inviting. Yes. Why, does the music stop? Mary, what are you doing? But being a distraction proved more difficult than I thought it would be. Just break the window or knock some Ellery off the chair. That's very evil, don't do it. No one is distracted. No, Mary. What are you doing? You're opening a cabinet like that. You are very suspicious, but not distracting. Talking to people didn't seem like the right way to go about it. I don't even know what I would have said. I didn't want to say the wrong thing and come off as even more suspicious. So I'm sure I look nervous enough as it is. I never saw this scene before. Yeah, I never played Twyla Road. It's very new to me. I kept looking over to Twyla. Keep looking at her. She was always steady at work, it seemed. I wonder what she was even looking for. She clearly knew what she was doing, but maybe she thought I wouldn't understand it or something. Or maybe she was scared I wouldn't agree to doing this if I knew. While I tried to appear distracting and keep a lookout, I also tried to look through some drawers or bookshelf when people's eyes weren't on me. Okay. It felt dirty and wrong, even if this was a common area. I just didn't like snooping and all. Okay. But it's not like it mattered, I guess, because I didn't find anything important. But at one point I noticed... Yes... A nurse heading to the front desk. Oh damn. Yeah, shout. A deer. I was about to shout out our whole deer plan, but... It's a good thing I turned out to check before I yelled. Because when I looked back over there, Twyla was gone. That's strange. Where did she go? Did she just get up and head somewhere else without telling me? She wouldn't leave the building, right? Or did she already get caught because I wasn't checking enough? Well, either way, there was no use to me being in the common room anymore. I made my way out and went to go look for her. Of course, if she was snooping around, I couldn't just out and call her name. So I tried to be quiet as I look and make sure to keep a lookout for anything strange as I did. And I did actually happen across something strange. What is it? There was a trail of something on the floor. That's definitely weird. I noticed it as I looked down. It was like a stain spread across the floor. It wasn't red, so I don't think it was blood or anything. Indeed, but I've seen that liquid somewhere in Reginald's Road. I'm just saying. If I bent down really close, it even vaguely smelled of fruit, if that made sense. Yes, indeed, even the liquid smells like fruit back then. You said it yourself, like maple. It was something familiar and yet... Actually, I forgot what you said it smells like, but it's some sort of fruit or stuff. Plant. It seemed unfamiliar too. And interestingly, this liquid will probably be a major thing in Blackout Hospital, which will come out later. I couldn't exactly pin what it was. Something about it just felt off. Like this isn't the type of stain you're supposed to find here. All I knew is what it looked like and that it formed a trail. Naturally, I started to follow it. But I didn't get very far. Excuse me, miss. Before I heard a woman's voice speaking to me harshly. Oh, harshly. Excuse me, miss. Oh, you have eyes. That's interesting. I look up to see a nurse in front of me. She did not look happy. Oh, hello there. What are you doing? Huh? What do you mean? Are you looking for something? Well, not particularly. I mean, I noticed you in the common room earlier. And now you're looking around the halls. What is it you're here for? Because it doesn't seem like you came here to visit someone. Oh, no, I did. I just... I was surprised they were in the common rooms. I went to look for their room. But I couldn't remember the number. Really now? Who is it you came to visit then? Oh, my grandpa? I'm here to visit my grandfather. You can mistake him, he looks a lot like me. Really? We have both got red hair and glasses. I mean, I don't have glasses, but he does. And he's pretty old, and definitely it's a grandpa. What's his name? Oh no. His name? Oh shoot. Oh shoot, oh shoot, shoot. What am I supposed to say? If I say the wrong thing, I'm doomed. I felt absolutely cornered now, but it was then that I noticed. Twyla! Hell! She was all the way at the end of the hall, right past the nurse in front of me. She seems to have spotted me as I was looking for her. Good job, Mary. Keep up the distraction. It looked as if she was crossing into some other room, but I guess she noticed it looked like I was in trouble. Should I call her over? Maybe she can help me. She looked through the computer after all. She could give the nurse the name she's looking for. But what should I do? Well, handle the situation without her. I mean, if she would want to help, she would come over here. I decided I couldn't call Twyla over. She might be onto something or trying to remain hidden. I messed everything up if I made her presence known. I tried to signal with my eyes to Twyla. I even nodded my head a bit too to show she should leave and that I was okay on my own. She seems to have gotten the message and hurried out of there. And now, of course, I was stuck here. It will be funny if this is a bad ending and Mary got sent to jail. What are you doing? Oh, sorry. I've got this twitching issue. It runs in the family, haha. Oh, wait. You're Wraithward's kid? That is a handful of a name. Wraithward's kid? At Wraithward? Yes, that's my granddad. Yeah, he mentioned something about his grandchild coming to visit soon. So I'll warn you, his opinion of you isn't very high. Ooh. Oh. I'll take you to his room, follow me. Well, that was quick and safe. I was able to get off easier than I thought. I followed her to the stranger's room. She dropped me off and then left on her way. Okay then. Well, I guess I'm stuck here. If she sees me looking through the hall's gate, no doubt she'd be suspicious. I shall stay here for a while. I'm sure Twyla will message me if she needs me or if it's time to go anyways. I pulled out a stool and sat across from the old man in front of me. Hello, Wraithward. I guess I ought to introduce myself. Oh, hello. Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. Ed? I didn't expect that. Mr. Ed looks so calm and nice, and different from the other people I've seen in this game. Who's there? Hello, Mr. Ed. It's very nice to meet you. I hope this isn't too awkward. Sorry. Let me turn my hearing aid up. The line is bad and already losing my hearing too. Alright now, come again. Who is this? I ain't had a visitor in forever. I'm your granddaughter. We don't know each other. No? I mean, I'm sorry I don't really recognize you from anywhere. And I'm sure you don't recognize me. Unless you also like cemeteries. Can't say I do. But with eyes like mine, can't say I recognize anyone anymore. Oh ho ho ho. I'm Mary. I don't think you heard me say it earlier, but it's very nice to meet you. And a pleasure to meet you too. I'm sorry, I don't really know what to talk about. Well, for starters, why don't you tell me why you're here? Seems a little suspicious to get a sudden visitor I don't know. I don't know if I should. Why is that? You're not up to anything bad, are you? Oh no, not at all. In fact, I'm here for a good reason. And with a friend too. Well, she's not with me now, but yeah. She saw me getting in trouble with the nurse, but I made sure she didn't get in trouble as well. So I guess I was kind of able to get myself out of trouble too, so it's okay. Huh, the nurses are a bunch of hard asses. What? Oh my! What? It's true! Acting like they got a baby ass all the time. Let me tell you, just cause I'm wearing diapers doesn't mean I'm a baby. Haha, I see. Are they really so annoying? Oh, do you know it? Don't get me wrong, here there's a few sweethearts, but whoa-wee! Some of these folks needs to take a... what's it called? Chill pill? Yeah, one of those. I'm sure they just want to make sure you're okay. Yeah, I get it. I'm sure it ain't an easy job. But it's a bit hard to be around them acting so strictly all the time. Even when you don't need them to be. How do you mean? Well, they aren't always the nicest company, that's all. Do you not enjoy their company? Well, it isn't awful, but I much rather hang around friends and family and people of the like. Well, why can't you? They are dead. Oh. I'm so sorry for your loss. Are you okay? I'm very okay. I'm too old to care for anything. Heh, happens to all of us. None of my friends seems to have lasted as long as I did. And your family? Well, they ain't that. Most of them ain't. But I might as well be. Why do you say that? Hell, they never come to visit me. Only showed up to visit at my old home when my wife died. None of them wanted to take care of me because who would, right? Stuck me in here fastest chance they got. No. Yeah. Sorry. That's a tad rude of me. I shouldn't be talking like that. Some of them actually called to say they visit soon. So... I'm sorry. That's really sad. Ah, phooey, don't you worry about that. I guess it's just expected when you're old. People see you less and less the older you get. Yes. I love this section, it's so awkward. I know this is sudden, but you mentioned your wife died. May I ask you some things? About your wife? If that's alright? Please? Sure. When did she die? How did she die? When? How? How did she die? You know, it was so long ago. I don't even remember. Long ago? I see. Did she pass peacefully at least? I'm sorry, was that too brash? I hope it was peaceful. Oh, she deserved only the best, the sweetheart she was. Yes, I hope. If they are not visiting me, they better be visiting her. Huh? Who? Your wife? Who else? Being in my state, I can visit her. So those children of mine better be paying their respects. And giving her the company I can't. Actually, this may sound very strange, but yeah, your cemetery, Mary, you visit grave a lot. I think I've met her before. I live very close to a cemetery and I like to make sure that every person has at least a flower. Your last name? It seems familiar to me, yes. Rathworth? I forgot. I think I've met her before. So I hope I can assure you that she hasn't been forgotten. Is that so? You really do that? For someone you don't even know? Well, yes. I believe that people always deserve respect even after passing. And if you feel she's not getting enough, well, I'm more than happy when I'm able to provide. And I can visit you too when I'm dead. No, just kidding. Like here, okay. You said your family doesn't visit you enough, right? Well, I'm sure I can make time to visit you here. And maybe I'll be able to take you to visit your wife too. That sounds delightful. I'm sorry, I just got a bit weird there, didn't I? I like that. You would? Really? I'm so glad then. Before I could say much else, a nurse popped in to check on us. Yoo-hoo! Hello! Okay, why? Your eye's rather interesting. Are you someone related to one of us? Where do I see that eyes? How's everything going in here? Everyone doing okay? Oh yes, thank you. Glad to hear it. Well, I've come to bring you your special lunch at... Lunchtime already? I see, thank you. The nurse pulled out one of the small folding tables and placed down a tray of food. The nurse pulled out one of the small folding tables and placed down a tray of food for Ed. Ed sipped a spoonful of soup and coughed. I immediately began to worry that he was choking, but then... That is worse than a cough! What is happening? Ed? Oh dear, oh my! Don't worry, this will be fine. The guy's dying. Guys is dying, bro. I'll need to call for some help, that's all. I saw the nurse reach over and pull out what looked like a walkie-talkie. She scrambled to get it working and she voiced that there was an emergency. Before I knew it, nurses started to flood the room as I was pushed out by them. I tried to look over to see what was happening, but it was no use. Well, at least you can visit him in the grave then. In the cemetery. There were too many of them, and I was also too short to see past. Wow, I didn't think the game will like pinpoint out that you're short, Mary. Just saying. I felt a tight feeling in my throat as my nervously fitted my hands together. Probably. I don't know what happened. I tried to listen in, but with all of the nurses talking and panicking at once, it was hard. I think I heard something about an ambulance, but I couldn't be sure. That's a typo. I wasn't sure what to do next, but then... Twyla? Twyla? There you are! Hey, what's going on in there? The man! The guy! Use your words, Mary. The guy in there? He started choking and now a bunch of nurses are in there trying to fix it. Coughing blood? I think I heard one call for an ambulance. Really? That's a lucky break for us then. Lol. Huh? Well, if they're all in there, we can snoop even further without getting cough. Twyla? He's having an emergency? Yeah, and? What if it's the work of the butcher? Think about it. Maybe this is because the butcher really did decide to strike here today. Maybe they are still around. And maybe we can catch them or find something they left behind. Twyla, please. Come on, who knows how much time we have? You seems very delusional, Twyla. You may let this opportunity go to waste, but I won't. If you are not going to look with me, then wait outside until I'm done. I'm looking whether you like it or not. Twyla, no! I had no choice, I had to follow Twyla. I didn't want her doing something even worse. Luckily, most of the doors she tried to get in were locked anyways. But then she tried getting into the kitchen. Before she could step inside, I reached out and tried to pull her back. She was insistent on getting in. Twyla, stop it! Oh, look at that, no. Let go, Mary, I need to look. I saw something in here earlier. Is it? But I couldn't get a close enough look until now. So get off before you really got on my nerves. You said you wouldn't be like this. Twyla, this is going way too far. It's not like we are real police or detectives or something. We are trespassers, Twee. Uh-huh. We don't know how long everyone will be gone for. If someone comes back and sees us in here, we can get in big trouble. Please. It's not worth it. You're right. Fine then. Let's go. I let go of Twyla and we started back down the hall. Though from the corner of my eyes, I could swear I saw her rush in really quick. But when I turned around, she was right behind me, because she did. So I want to believe she didn't do anything underhanded. She did, though. Twyla took out her phone and made sure her chauffeur was on his way. I hadn't even realized it had already gotten near the time we planned to leave. We stepped out of the building and into the soft sunshine. It felt so strange to have everything seem so peaceful out here as compared to the chaos going on inside. Worry still swelled in my chest, but I assured myself they had everything under control as we sat on the curb and waited for a ride. We didn't say much. I was fine with that. Before I knew it, our ride showed up and we crawled into the backseat. As we drove off, I noticed the ambulance, sirens blaring, pulling into the front of the home. My heart sank once again. No. During the ride, I look over to Twyla. She seems to be texting like crazy on her phone. She seems frustrated. That was probably my fault, I figured, so I tried to make sure I was still on her good side. Twyla? Oh no. Are you mad at me? I'm sorry, I don't think I'm as cut out for this as you like me to be. It's fine. I'm not upset. You're sure? Yes. I collected a lot of information from there. I'll have a lot to go over when I analyze my findings later. I'm glad then. Yes. The rest of the ride was mostly quiet until she asked where I wanted to be dropped off. As my go-to, I told her to let me off at the cemetery. She called me a weirdo, but dropped me off there anyways. The rest of my days was pretty uneventful after that, but I'm really, truly thankful for that. I don't know what I would have done had something else awful happened. I went home at my usual time and carried on as normal. And yes, I'll end the video right here. Or maybe I'm just gonna check a little to see if there's something strange. You're not already here, why do you think I am? Something bad happened today. Oh, what was that? I don't know if I should tell you. Then how would I know what you're talking about? Oh, it is a new dialogue. There was an emergency today. I went somewhere today, and while I was there, someone started having a medical emergency. They called an ambulance, and I was told I should leave. I see. I'm sorry you had to go through that. By any means, I hope you may feel better about what happened soon. Try not to think about it too much. And get a good night's sleep. Sorry I forgot the voice because I was on focus when reading this one. I always try to, because I was checking if it's a new dialogue or not. Good night, Mary. And yes, I guess this is the perfect time to end the episode. So I guess that's all for Cemetery Mary. See you later then in the next episode. Bye bye.